the anti-bot harmonic pattern indicator, which is offered for various platforms on the TradingFinder website. From this section, you can download the indicator file for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms and run it on your chart. Additionally, traders can read this page to learn about the functionality and operation of the indicator. From the Navigator section, we select the indicator file and run the indicator by dragging the file onto the chart. Once the indicator is placed on the chart, it begins to identify and draw the anti-bot harmonic pattern on the price chart. Traders who are looking to identify this pattern on the chart can use the anti-bot harmonic pattern indicator to detect it. And by using this indicator, they can identify the potential price reversal zone or PRZ point on the chart and enter a buy or sell trade in the market. In the Settings section, under the Input tab, there are options available for us. In the first part, we can set the minimum wavelength, which is set to 5 by default. This option is based on the zigzag indicator, which has 3 parameters, and here we can adjust the first parameter of the zigzag indicator. The other 2 parameters have been hard-coded into the calculations, both set to a period of 3. In the next section, we can set the number of candles to check for the harmonic pattern and Fibonacci ratios, which is set to 100 by default. That means starting from point D, it examines 100 candles backward and looks for the Fibonacci ratio for point C. From point C, it moves 100 candles backward and searches for point B. From B to A, and finally it looks for point X, and in the end it draws the harmonic pattern for us. In the next section, we can enable or disable the display of the harmonic pattern lines. In the following section, we can enable or disable the break pivot option, which is enabled by default. If I set this section to false, I can adjust the distance between the harmonic pattern pivot and the break pivot in the lower part, which by default is set based on pipettes, with the value of 100 pipettes entered here. By disabling the break pivot option, we see that harmonic patterns are no longer displayed, and only patterns without a breakout are identified. If I increase this value to 1000, which is a much higher number, just so you know, it will only identify a single pattern for us. The way this option works is based on the breakout of the harmonic pattern's pivot. For example, here, pivot A has been broken upwards twice, and after that, it has reached pivots B and C. We can adjust the breakout distance of the pivot and use this option as a filter. In the next section, there is the shift option, which is set to 2 by default. This means that after point D is formed, it moves forward by 2 candles and then examines the harmonic pattern. If I set this option to 0, the pattern will be checked as soon as the candle closes, and if it is formed, it will be displayed for us. In the next section, we can enable or disable the display of bullish and bearish harmonic patterns. We can set the drawing style of the harmonic pattern choosing from 5 options: solid, dash, dot, dash dot, and dash dot dot, which are available in this section. In the next part, we can adjust the thickness of the harmonic pattern lines, which is set to 1 by default. And if we set this option to a value greater than 1, the indicator will automatically display the harmonic pattern lines in solid style. In the following sections, we can change the color of the bearish harmonic pattern, the bullish harmonic pattern, and finally the color of the harmonic pattern label to any color we like. Just make sure to note that in the MetaTrader 5 platform, the first and second options are different, and the calculation method for the second option is based on pivots. For example, here in the MetaTrader 4 platform, it is based on candles, which by default is set to 100 candles. This means that from point D, it moves 100 candles backward and examines those 100 candles to identify the Fibonacci ratio for detecting point C and displays it on the chart. If I put the number 10 here in the MetaTrader 5 platform, it will look at 10 pivots in the past to identify point 30. It examines 10 pivots to identify point B. It then examines from B to A and from A to X. The next point you need to pay attention to concerns the values you set in the first and second options. If you set larger values for these options, the identified patterns will be larger patterns. To have it identify more suitable patterns for us, it is better to set smaller values here. Well friends, we've reached the end of this indicator tutorial. We would be happy if you share your comments and suggestions with us in the comments section.